The Michael Sabo YouTube channel was founded on sport quads, specifically the two-stroke ones, like the Yamaha Banshee. Yeah, I know you guys love that Yamaha Banshee, she does sing. But over the last 2 years, I branched out into some other projects. From the dirt bikes like the KTM 350, the cars like the Corvette, the 1967 Mustang, and we even did a three-wheeler, the 1985 Yamaha Tri-Z. And who could forget the side-by-side? No. Some people love these projects, and some people just hated them. Now for this next project, I tried to think of the most iconic sport quads. While in recent history, sport quads have mostly gone to the wayside, the last explosion of fast sport quads was the 450 class, often considered to be the holy grail. So I put up a poll on my Instagram with 3 of my favorite 450s. The Yamaha YFZ 450R, Suzuki LTR 450, and the Honda TRX 450R. And as you can see from my poll, there was a clear winner, and my quest to find a TRX 450R had begun. I was lucky enough to find a lead to a private collection of really cool machines. Motorcycles, dune buggies, old vehicles, and pretty much anything you can think of custom. It was all here on this farm. Now there's one thing in particular that I've been tipped off on, and that's what I'm looking to get. So let's head to Iowa and see if we can make a deal. We're spotting some cool things just looking out the window.
Literally, you keep this machine.
You got the Tritec
Right there. That's awesome.
T55 British engine with a K75 head.
Drink beer while we ride the mini bikes?
No, only in the team race. The last guy has to take his helmet off and pound a beverage of his choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Little 140 big bore kit.
Neater than tits on a teddy bear.
Hi there, pal.
Now here at Chad's farm, we had a ton of stuff to look at. And to be quite honest with you, it was pretty overwhelming. I'm gonna do my best to show you guys some of the cool stuff here, but we did have some audio issues. So we'll probably be doing a lot of voiceovers. I'm just kind of looking around and everywhere I
He
look.
passed away, but nothing for that.
That's good.
The old Chevrolet deal. Travel. Did you
Travel.
come to that?
And their version of Sabreda. This is the ultimate bug out vehicle.
Shotguns on the roof as well. Dude, look at the roof. He's got a lever action with optics
Oh, really?
and a shotgun ready to rock and roll. Awesome. Made a new friend. How many gallons per mile does it get?
It's a diesel. It gets pretty good fuel.
Probably good.
How much will it take to buy this $5,000?
Straight up, when I first got it done, I drove down to do a funeral in the morning. The guy was like, "What's 6 miles?" There's no price. He was like, 30. No price. 40. Nope. Like 50. He had a F450 crew cab dually four-wheel drive, tribute for my truck. Nope. I married my girlfriend, brought her out, looked at it, and like,
Did you say tribute for your girlfriend?
no, he had to bring her out to look at it. You're still doing it? I'm like, no.
That's a snow machine right there. You got a pilot? Oh my gosh.
I saw one in '89 at Storm Lake Honda. Other than that, I've never seen one.
The controls on these are crazy. You can actually ride it.
Yeah.
Does it work? Look at the steering wheel. It looks like an 80s arcade game, doesn't it? And then he's got this KLX 110 with a track kit on it. Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah. Did you see that? You checked that out?
I didn't notice the CR80 in there though. And yeah, I bet you that rips. There's so many. I'm like overstimulated in here. But do you install these track kits or something, or do you just have a whole bunch of them?
Got a bike.
Really?
Got 2 boys.
So both?
Well, I've got 2 boys, so they each have a bike, and then I have a spare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw over there was a couple of them. You got the 110 with the track kit on over here.
The 2 in the shed over there, one has a timber sled aero kit, which is 12-inch or 11-inch ski, 11-inch track. And the other one has a raw kit, which is just to draw aluminum. That's the cheapest one you can buy. This is a Camso. I bought that bike last year, and I'd like to make that into a trike. And I'd like, but like in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, Crazy Mountain Extreme built custom snowmobiles. Like you just told them what you wanted, and they built the whole thing from scratch, the entire thing.
Would you do it? Would you make that a three-wheeler with 2 tracks on the back? Or would you put tires on it? Well, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Right.
Big ski, it'd be like a super drag racing machine.
Right.
Imagine the traction that it would get. Pretty impractical.
Not sure how it was side belt.
It wouldn't start well.
Yeah, so this is an aero kit. That's the raw. So you can see the difference. Like, they're both 11-inch skis, so they basically run the same ski, but this track was an inch wider. So like, steep side hill. The track is not the same width.
So you would go more narrow?
Well, I want the kind of kick.
What would you say the advantages of this are over like a traditional sled?
That every year or every other year, I bought a new snowmobile from 2003 until 2012. Have really ridden the snowmobile since. I've got a buddy that never owned a dirt bike in his life, and he's like, I can't ride a bike. I'm like, get on. And he jumps on the bike and rides it. He's like, wow. And I mean, riding a snowmobile, there's such a huge difference between a good rider and a bad rider. And on a bike, like, I can go places, I'm like, nobody's gonna be back there. I turn around, he's right behind me. The guy who's never in the motorcycle. I mean, it's crazy. They're that easy to ride is what I'm saying. Here's the Astro kit. It's frame and everything laying here. It was the front wheels and tires, front plastic, and then all of the steering stand.
That's the whole kit.
The whole thing. So I bought the 85R, and she came with this 86 frame.
I don't know if it's cooler as a kit or cooler together.
Right. Like, I mean, it's such cool. Yeah. I mean, it's 20. Yeah. So it's a K10, but it's Dana 60 front now. So it's basically a 1 ton. Dana 60 front, 14 volt rear, LS swap. So it's a 6-liter.
Well, there's so much stuff, man. Like I'm just looking around and I keep counting for us. Like my eyes catching more and more stuff. I just noticed all these bikes underneath in the back, and we haven't even been behind our pickup truck yet. I think there's more stuff there. Goddamn, dude.
Do you have a point?
That's what she said.
There's
a chopper here. Multiple choppers. You imagine driving this one? Look at the engine. The Banshee up here.
This my buddy that works for him.
Cool, man. This is even like a really iconic thing. You don't see these. That was like the red, white, and blue edition or something, which are really rare.
You can even see like the zinc is really clean on this.
So it's probably just like a little dirty, but like when the zinc looks like that, you can tell it probably has some extra air.
That and a Studio Snowmobile, and they're getting 1,800 for it, I think. I said, hey, I think I can bad. Yeah. So I've had it for 6 years probably. But it's original. I mean, it's all original. Like our price tag on it's I've had some pretty crazy offers, but it's original. I mean, the pipes, the tires, the everything.
Yeah, if you ever do decide to sell that, definitely.
You want to hear my jabs?
Yeah. I need a Banshee.
A 70 GMC off truck that I bought, and it's a compound turbo, Duramax, LVZ, turbo 400 transmission, locket torque converter. It's got a needle trans converter in it, 4 9-inch in the back, on a 273 gear.
What do you think it's making for pop?
It makes, I mean, dyno numbers, it's made just a little over 1,100 at the tire.
Did you ever weigh it?
4,700.
47.
Man, at 608 is the quickest 1/8 mile time it's had, and that 940 is the quickest 1/4 mile time.
And that's the diesel?
Yeah.
Dude, don't lean on that.
Yeah.
Let's see the engine.
Cool. Yeah.
Very similar to the truck.
Usually these older vehicles, there's a lot of space around the engine. Yeah, it's just like little engine bays and they're both full up.
This is original paint truck also. Same thing, LBZ, build engine, compound turbo. That had a stroker pump, injection pump. This has 2, so it has a second CP3 belt driven.
How big is this turtle?
That's 108.
108?
Yeah. 980 at the tire.
90.
180 horse.
Yeah.
What does it run in the quarter? How do you run?
The best pass was 1167 at Firebird Raceway in Boise, Idaho.
I would love to
Stock
just
6.
drive this every day. This is such an
That could be arranged. This one could have a price on it.
Yeah? So like 6 figures or...
Chad, is that a girl over there?
Yes.
You want to hear the story on how they came about? That's Russian. When the Russians came into Berlin at the end of World War II, they came in and they totally disassembled a BMW motorcycle factory and started making these. And there's another one called the Euro, right, Chad?
Yep.
And what they are is For over there, they were a utilitarian. I mean, people bought these instead of car.
Well, guys, if you couldn't tell, Chad has a ton of cool gadgets and toys here at his farm. To go through all of them would take all day long. He even had an old school fire truck that was converted into a wheelie machine. He took all of the weight he could out of the front end, put it all in the rear, including the engine. When you get on this thing, it actually does wheelies. He had old snowcats that belonged to the Air Force. Those things were honestly super cool, and that's something that he plans to put more modern tracks on, which should be a super sweet build. He even had an old school Kawasaki Takati 3. There was so much cool stuff here, but I was tipped off that there's a TRX 450R here, and I think we just might be able to convince Chad to sell it to us. Let's see if we can find this thing.
It looks like it's like 90% though.
So right now the engine ran that was in it, but it had, when it would start, it would squeal. So I don't know if it was like a shifting port but the engine was good. It was something in the transmission or something else.
Oh, okay.
Engine itself was fine. I believe it's in the transmission.
Something, yeah.
But regardless, as is no warranty.
I wouldn't expect anything to come from warranty from here.
Right. So the plastic, that's the plastic that I have for it. The entire thing was here.
And you obviously want.
It was here.
Everything was here.
So no 500.
I probably will put that in something that makes more sense, like a mini bike.
That would make sense. Yeah. The smallest frame we could possibly put it in.
Right.
So do you want to sell it?
I would sell it. I mean, this is a someday project, and that day is.
Well, you get to see it.
And you are. Yeah.
You'll get to see it get done for sure.
I
would do a 450.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dream machine is that right there. So I've had probably a half a dozen Quadzillas, and I'm like, the only thing better than a Suzuki Quadzilla would be a Honda Quadzilla. That's where I'm at, because
Actually, I've seen the Honda frames with the Quadzilla engine in them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody's done the CR, especially if it fits. Did you do anything to get it to this point, or it just fits in there?
Just set it right there.
Somebody has to have done that. What do you want for it?
Less the engine?
I want the 450 engine, yeah.
I would take 800.
800, yeah. I'd probably be in it for 500. I'd be doing a full teardown, doing it, everything else.
And you could say on YouTube, you could say, I owned that.
What's the value of that?
A lot when you're drinking beer.
What are you thinking?
If you're going to make a hole again, I guess when you're done, do you sell?
Possibly, yeah. That's the most difficult thing for me, but I feel like if I were to sell it back to you, you would appreciate it.
Right. And I'm not saying that if it had if this was the original one that I would have bought and it was mine, I would be more apt to not sell it. But to me, and I'm not, there's no attachment to me, to me. So, I mean, if you want it for 500, you can have it. If you give me the first chance to buy it back when you're done. That's all I'll tell you that.
That's the deal.
So, all right.
Awesome. And out of curiosity, what would it be with the 500 engine?
I think I get $2,000 for the engine.
$2,000 for the engine.
I've got a brand new FMF gnarly pipe for it, which is the high pipe. So this is like an 87, which is supposed to be the 500.
The best year for it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's
if you're selling it, then yeah, that's the best one.
That's what they claim.
450.
All right, guys, so we locked down the 450R. I can't wait to get this thing home and get a better look at it, man. This is a classic basket case. After seeing all of Chad's cool stuff and just hanging out with him for the day, I really got an appreciation for the guy. He clearly has a lot of sentimental value and just really appreciates his projects and all the cool gadgets that he has, and that's something that I can really relate with.
All restored. I mean, completely just amazing. And I'm like, wow. I had a big windstorm come through. It took a building down. And he called me and he said, hey, can you come clean up the rest of my building? And I said, yep. So I go up there, and I'm like, Gary, I said, where's your 3020 at? And this is like a year after it was all painted. I said, Gary, where's the 3020? He goes, the 3020? Like, I sold that thing. I'm like, how could you sell that thing? Your father-in-law bought that brand new, never left this farm. And he's like, I'll just tell you something right now. Never get attached to anything that doesn't have a heartbeat. And I'm like, that's hard to do. Like, I can't do that. Like, when I put my time into something, that becomes part of me, you know?
Yeah. That is, too. That looks...
Everything here is cool.
See those every day.
I'm gonna pull the
He said I can drive it, and then Todd said, wait a second, if he can drive it, I'm driving it.
No, this is good, Todd, because now if there's any like embarrassing quirks that you don't know about, I'll learn through you, so I'm not the one doing it. He's got the guns right up here.
Chad, did you build the gun rack?
Yes. Not these pieces. These came from Temu, I think. All the way over and back.
What percentage of your garage would you say is Temu? Just all the things.
I've got a buddy that buys a bunch of stuff that helps me at the shop, and he buys a bunch of stuff on Temu. One in this here. He just throws it in the yard.
That's a Goofball 3. Apparently this place has good sausage on a stick. Burgers, good burgers. It's just not a... I'm doing carnivore though, so I can't have the bun, so this isn't really like a complete review. We're gonna try the wings. Gage said that they were okay. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're good. The wings are better than the burgers.
And everything.
Yeah, my diesel pickup truck. 4-wheel drive.
Scroll through this. Pictures are great. That's 1972. First.
It's like a Cadillac, man. I feel like a bus driver.
Kids in the back.
So this is a
That's Shelby.
That's a close. It's 65 or 66.
It's a 7, isn't it?
65. So you're familiar with the R code? So GT350 was a car.
Right.
And they made like SCCA back in the day, autocross stuff that they raced would have been this car. So they had a roll cage like 350 had, but they had that seat. No interior. They wouldn't have had a passenger seat, just had that seat in it. This is so there's no door. So this is a R code is what this would be known as. So they took 2 fuel tanks and they cut the top off one, top off the other, and they welded them together. So like this would be the bottom half of a fuel tank is what this is what they did in the R code car. If this is the true R code car, there's like 8 or 10 R code cars ever made. They don't even know how many are still around. So that's why the back window is this goofy plexiglass with the gap here, the ear gap.
Okay.
So this would be R code, the fuel tank like this. So this is all what they were back in the day. So like this car, like he had to have the car resprayed white, and it wasn't correct because there was no overspray here because the R code would have had overspray on the stripes.
Wow, that's the
So like
super detailed.
purposely done. Legit, if this was an R code car, $1.5 million probably.
Wow.
Maybe I didn't go try to buy it off of you.
No, I mean I've had a couple people that have asked about it, you know, but like serious buyers, no.
Now, of all things, if I brought that home to my wife, I'd be laid for the rest of my life. So help a brother out.
I've got a DVD here hooked to the stereo. It's got a sub here. It's so cool.
So how many horse is it as the Subaru?
I think 167.
And it would have been 60 to 70.
This is the pancake engine. So it was not a Volkswagen. It was like a laydown. Terrible engines.
I don't care. Yep, that's fine.
This is a mess. And I don't know what this is. This is shameful right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Old Winchester that my kid took coon hunting and broke the buttstock off of it.
Did you see his old
Oh, I didn't notice that. Wall hangers. That's probably more the vintage, the stuff that's.
Somebody farted.
No, it's not me. Probably the dog.
It's not me.
We'll get it dirty.
Solid 39.
Small. They were really rad. So it's a super small magazine.
Do you know what this is? Or?
No idea. No clue.
What year is that? Or I thought you said a 39.
What's this said?
No, my dad
Oh,
bought this and that gun at the garage sale.
that old shotgun?
Right.
Check for cracks in the case later. That was awesome. Lots of cool stuff here. We probably didn't even see everything. Probably not even close.
All right.
Chad, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for letting me drive the truck, man. That thing was awesome.
Well, guys, like I said before, I could really spend all day here at Chad's checking out all the cool stuff he has. But it's time to get on the road. We do have one more stop at a dealership where we're going to pick up another machine. I don't know that this one's going to be in a video series or anything, but nevertheless, it's always fun to go pick up another bike.
We're here at a dealership to look at a quad. This is like all they have left, man. This is the only basically sport quad you can get.
Rev it.
I like it. There it is. Surprised they have it out here like in a regular show.
Is that it? The
Yeah,
black
that's
one?
it. That's the one. So right here we've got an ancient relic. This is a Honda 400 GX. This legit has some good stuff on it though. These wheels, carbon fiber hyper wheels. That's actually pretty dope. Elka triple rates, Lone Star A-arms, Tusk Nerf bars. Probably not the biggest thing to brag about, but still. XFR Nerf bars, HMF exhaust, no skid plate on the front or back. Meyer fenders, eBay. Look at this. Oh my gosh. The Tusk gas cap billet. It's money right there. But yeah, check out these levers. You can get these on eBay for 20 bucks. So if somebody ever has these levers and they're like, oh. I don't want it anymore. This is pretty good, dude. We bought it, so I feel like we're allowed to do this. So apparently it's got some kind of issue, but purchased sight unseen, so we already agreed to the sale. It's got, oh no, dude. Dude, it has axle spacers. That is so corny. They got the carbon fiber wheels, Lone Star A-arms. It's got an Elka rear shock too, and they did axle spacers. They couldn't get even a Chinese axle for it. I love it. Really well. That was good, man.
Great day of picking and making deals. We met some really nice people.
It really was cool though. We got some good stuff, got some good projects, and I think people are going to be happy because there's been a lot of moaning in the comments about not doing enough quad stuff. But they're right. I haven't been doing a lot of quad stuff, so I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie. 450R is like such an OG machine. Got the 400. The 400X is cool too. It's just I've done so many of those, but the 450R I've never done like a full build on one of those, so I am pretty excited about it.
We're here at Famous Dave's Barbecue. Let's go inside.
I'm here at Famous Dave's Barbecue eating a salad. I'm here at Famous Dave's Barbecue and I'm eating broccoli.
There we go. Sausage on a stick.
Sausage on a sword.
Oh my gosh, man, that's a flop of brisket and wings.
There's another one.
Thank you. Now guys, I filmed the beginning of this video quite a while ago. It's been a couple months, but I know we couldn't just wrap this thing up without at least giving you guys a good look at the 450. It was kind of hard to see in those clips, I know, so check it out.
Oh man, there she is. And we're in the home garage. We're back home, guys. That's right. And we're going to be doing a quad build, so we're going to be throwing it back old school. Let's have a quick look at this thing, man. I'm not going to go crazy because that's going to be for the next video. And I've been holding off looking over this myself because I like to keep my reactions genuine. So if there's anything like totally whack on this, broken frame or something, we're probably going to find that together in the next video. You can see it's definitely been whacked, unless they just threw this bumper on here after somebody else crashed it. But it looks like that bumper's kind of trashed. Everything seems pretty much stock, though. Pretty complete from what I see. I'm sure that there's stuff missing. I know there's some stuff missing, actually. But it looks like it was mostly stock. Got some Nerf bars on there. Not a bad unit, though, for 500 bucks. And then up here, we've got the rear plastics and seat, which are both actually in pretty good shape. They're dusty. I bet you if we clean those off, they'll be pretty good. I'm probably going to replace those regardless. But only one side fender. Kind of disappointed because there's like little brackets and stuff that go on here. So I'll have to buy all that stuff. No big deal though. It's a $500 quad. What do you expect? And then we've got the engine up here. It appears to be complete. I didn't even look at the bottom of the engine. So like in depth. It could have a crack or something. Hopefully not. We'll clean that up, get it vapor blasted and stuff, do our normal bit. And then we've just got a box of miscellaneous parts, man. This is a Curtis Sparks pipe in here. Pretty excited about that. And we'll have to see, dude. Like, you know, stuff like the headlight, the hood. I don't think any of that stuff is there. We're definitely going to need some parts. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm seriously looking forward to this. I think it was before the YouTube channel started. I actually did a 450R. Not in depth, man. We're talking like this is way back in the day. I really had no idea what I was doing. But the 450R,
is an awesome platform for a rock solid race quad. And I think we're going to go XC with this one, but the plan hasn't even begun yet. So let me know in the comments section below how you guys want to see this thing built, if you have any crazy ideas or whatever. And also let me know what you thought of this video too. I hired a videographer for this one, so I had a camera guy come out with me and everything. And we unfortunately had some audio issues, if you couldn't tell. And it was quite a bit of editing to kind of, bring everything together and bring like a legit episode that you could actually understand and stuff. So I definitely appreciate the feedback. The comments do help in the algorithm. So when you do that and you give the thumbs up, that helps out a lot because it tells people that this is quality content and that people actually enjoy it. And then YouTube promotes it. So if you do that, I super appreciate that, man. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm ready to start tearing into this thing, man. Peace out.